Have you ever wondered what you would do if the world as we know it suddenly changed? What if the conveniences you rely on every day, electricity, water, food, were no longer available? It's easy to overlook how fragile our systems really are. We trust that when we flip a switch, the lights will turn on. We assume that grocery store shelves will always be stocked with food. But what happens when those systems fail? Will you be ready to survive and protect your loved ones? Today, we're talking about how you can take control of your own survival, become self-sufficient, and ensure that when the unexpected happens, you're not left scrambling. Whether it's growing your own food, securing clean water, or having the essential tools to survive, we'll walk through everything you need to start preparing now. But before we get into all the details, I've got something important for you. Down in the comments, you'll find a special link where you can get a discount on some of the best survival gear available today. These are items every self-sufficient person should have in their arsenal. We're talking about tools for growing food, purifying water, and staying safe when things go wrong. Use the code to get your discount and make sure to add everything to your cart before supplies run out. Because trust me, you don't want to be caught unprepared when the system collapses. Self-sufficiency isn't just a buzzword for survivalists. It's a mindset that's becoming increasingly relevant in today's world. We've seen firsthand how delicate the global supply chain is. Disruptions caused by natural disasters, pandemics, or even geopolitical events can leave store shelves empty and critical supplies out of reach. And it's not just about the big, global events. Think about your local infrastructure. What happens when there's a power outage, a water shortage, or a natural disaster in your area? Are you prepared to handle it on your own? Or are you reliant on systems that may not be there when you need them? The truth is, being self-sufficient isn't just about preparing for doomsday. It's about taking control of your life, your resources, and your ability to survive, no matter what happens. When you learn to rely on yourself, you gain independence, confidence, and peace of mind knowing that you and your family will be safe, no matter what. When it comes to survival, food is one of the first things people think about. The average grocery store only has a few days' worth of food stocked at any given time. So, if there's a major disruption, those shelves will empty fast. Growing your own food is one of the most reliable ways to ensure you'll always have something to eat, even when stores run dry. You don't need acres of land to get started, either. Urban gardening has become a powerful way for people living in cities to grow their own food right on their balconies or in small backyards. Start with easy-to-grow vegetables like tomatoes, peppers, and herbs. These plants require minimal space and can thrive in containers. And if you're serious about prepping for the long term, consider investing in heirloom seeds. Heirloom seeds are non-hybrid and non-GMO, which means they can be harvested and replanted year after year. This ensures that you have a sustainable food source that can regenerate over time. Another critical aspect of food security is long-term storage. Even if you're not able to grow your own food, having a stockpile of non-perishable items can be a lifesaver in an emergency. Canned goods, freeze-dried meals, and vacuum-sealed staples like rice and beans can last for years if stored properly. The key is to build up your supply gradually, making sure to rotate older items so nothing goes to waste. Aim to have at least 3 months' worth of food stored up, so that in the event of a crisis, you can survive without having to rely on outside sources. And don't forget about high-energy snacks like nuts, seeds, and jerky. These lightweight, nutrient-dense foods are perfect for keeping your energy up during tough times. Water is even more critical than food when it comes to survival. The human body can only last about 3 days without water, and in a crisis, finding clean, drinkable water can be a serious challenge. Most of us take for granted that water will always be available. We turn on the faucet, and there it is. But what happens when the water supply is contaminated or stops flowing altogether? In many parts of the world, access to clean water is already a major issue, and it's something that could easily become a problem where you live as well. Having a reliable way to secure and purify water should be at the top of your preparedness checklist. One of the best ways to ensure you always have clean water is to invest in a good water filtration system. There are plenty of portable water filters on the market that can turn dirty, contaminated water into something drinkable. These are a must-have for any survival kit. But for long-term preparedness, you'll want something more substantial. Gravity-fed water filters, like the popular Berkey system, can process large amounts of water and remove harmful bacteria, viruses, and chemicals. In addition to filtration, make sure you have a way to collect and store water. Rainwater collection systems are an excellent option, especially if you live in an area that gets frequent rainfall. Just make sure to filter or boil any collected water before drinking it to avoid contamination. If you're really serious about securing your water supply, you might even consider digging a well on your property, provided you have the space and resources to do so. Wells can provide a continuous source of clean water, even during times of drought or disaster. And don't forget to store water as well. Keep large containers of water in your home or garage, and rotate them every 6 months to ensure they stay fresh. The rule of thumb is to store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for a minimum of 2 weeks. Now that we've covered food and water, let's talk about the tools you'll need to thrive in a survival situation. Having the right gear can make all the difference when the systems you rely on are no longer there to support you. One of the most basic, but essential tools you'll need is a reliable flashlight. In a power outage or grid-down situation, having a dependable source of light is not just convenient, it's crucial for your safety. Look for flashlights that are rechargeable, waterproof, and have a long battery life. Solar-powered options are also a great choice because they can recharge during the day, ensuring you never run out of light. Next on your list should be a quality multi-tool. A good multi-tool can perform a variety of tasks, from cutting and sawing to opening cans and fixing broken equipment. It's the Swiss Army knife of the survival world. Carry one with you at all times, and you'll be prepared to handle a wide range of challenges. Another must-have is a durable knife. Whether you're using it to prepare food, build shelter, or defend yourself, a solid knife is one of the most versatile tools in your kit. Invest in a high-quality fixed-blade knife with a full tang for maximum strength and durability. When it comes to fire, you can't rely on matches alone. A good fire-starting kit should be part of your gear. Whether it's a fire steel, magnesium fire starter, or waterproof matches, make sure you have multiple ways to start a fire in any weather condition. Fire is essential for cooking food, boiling water, and staying warm in cold conditions. It's one of the most basic survival skills, and having the right tools will make it much easier to get a fire going when you need it most. Without proper shelter, exposure to the elements can become a life-threatening issue in a survival situation. Whether it's extreme heat, cold, rain, or wind, having a way to protect yourself from the environment is crucial. Your first line of defense is the clothing you wear. Layering is key, especially in colder climates. Make sure you have access to warm, insulated clothing, as well as waterproof outer layers to keep you dry. When it comes to building a shelter, you don't need to be an expert in construction. A simple tarp and some paracord can be used to create a makeshift shelter that will protect you from the elements. If you're in a forested area, use branches and leaves to reinforce your shelter and provide extra insulation. For longer-term survival, you may need to build a more permanent structure using materials like wood and stone. The key is to have a plan and the materials on hand, so you're not scrambling to find shelter when a storm is rolling in. If you live in an area prone to natural disasters like hurricanes or earthquakes, it's a good idea to have a pre-built emergency shelter, like a storm cellar or reinforced room in your home. These can provide critical protection during a disaster and serve as a long-term solution if your home becomes uninhabitable. Being prepared isn't just about having the right tools or supplies, it's about having the right mindset. One of the most important aspects of survival is mental toughness. When a crisis hits, panic can be your worst enemy. Staying calm and focused is critical to making sound decisions and keeping yourself and your family safe. It's easy to say, stay calm, but in the midst of chaos, it takes practice. This is why mental preparation is just as important as physical preparation. Start by learning how to assess a situation calmly. Take a moment to breathe, observe your surroundings, and think through your options. Rushing into decisions can lead to mistakes that could cost you dearly. Training yourself to stay level-headed, even in high-pressure situations, is one of the best skills you can develop for self-sufficiency. Finally, staying adaptable is key. The future is uncertain, and even the best-laid plans can go awry. Be ready to change course as circumstances evolve, and keep learning new skills that will help you survive and thrive, no matter what challenges you face. The more prepared you are to face the unexpected, the more confident and self-sufficient you'll become. Self-sufficiency isn't something that happens overnight. It's a journey that requires time, effort, and a willingness to learn new skills. But the peace of mind that comes with being prepared is priceless. Don't wait until it's too late. Start taking steps towards self-sufficiency today. And remember, down in the comments, you'll find a special link where you can get a discount on the best tools and gear to help you on your journey. Make sure to add them to your cart before the offer expires. Your future self and your family will thank you for it.